Hello everyone! Today I wanted to walk us through some wrist and finger stretches for ukulele players or guitar players, other musicians, but I think this could apply to anyone because after using computers and phones and devices all day, I'm sure we all need a little break for our wrist and our fingers. Okay? So we're going to start by warming up the arms with a little squeeze. Yeah? So you can just kind of use your other arm and squeeze the meat of your arm a little bit here. And just get a sense of where you're tight or sore. If you need to loosen it up, do that, but just kind of getting it warm, getting the blood flowing. And I like to squeeze my hand a little bit here, add some pressure, squeeze down into the fingers, yeah. Just getting it warm. Other side. My right arm tends to be tighter because I finger pick a lot. These muscles in the forearm could use a little bit of loosening up. Again, it's just building awareness of where you're tight. Yeah. It's good to warm up a little bit before we play. Okay, squeezing those fingers. All right, then you can go the other side. I guess I like to open my hand up like this and then squeeze from the bottom using my thumb. Okay. And then I go up and you can go from kind of like the pinky side of your palm that's a little bit meaty and then move up and give each of your fingers a little bit of love, right? Squeezing up from the bottom of the knuckle, moving through the knuckles. If you are a finger picker like me, you might really feel that and it might feel good. Each finger might have a little bit of different tension. Now moving through, kind of like where this ring finger attaches into the palm, yeah? Massaging through there, up through the fourth finger here. And then just move through each finger. Give each finger a little bit of love. Okay. Finally, this thumb here. Might be easier to do this. Open it up. And just really kind of moving my way through the knuckle as well. Yeah, a little squeeze of the fingertip. Okay. Other side. Opening up the arm. Moving up the arm. If this is relaxing to you, yeah, let me know in the comments. I'd love to know if any of these exercises like specifically help you. Yeah? And take it easy. If you feel any pain or soreness, just go easy on yourself. Okay? Up the pinky side, moving through the knuckles. Yeah, you can really feel where the fingers attach into the hand here. Make your way through. The left hand we use for chording. It's good to loosen up those fingers so that you can have more stretch for your chords. Yeah. And finally, my thumb here. There's a lot of meat here on the thumb. And in terms of chording, we put a lot of pressure on the back of the neck with our thumb. So you want to make sure it's nice and warm. Okay. Shake that out a little bit. Okay. I like to do a gentle wrist rotation with some breathing. It's always good to remember that the breath is what fuels us and what keeps us calm, right? Allows us to relax into position. So light fist and just a little rotation. And as we rotate, let's breathe in. Okay, breathing in. And breathing out. Very gentle. Reverse, breathing in. And breathing out. It's always good to have a reminder to breathe as well. Okay, first stretch is letting the hands fall, right, as much as they will fall on their own, and then putting the backs of our hands to each other. This might feel like a big stretch up here in your wrist. Do what you can. For me, this feels super relaxing. Yeah, so pushing the backs of the hands against each other. Just kind of let them hang out. You can play with the amount of pressure you apply there. Okay, let's breathe a little here. All right, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. And in, and out. For some reason, this really makes me yawn, which I think is a good thing. It means that there's some release happening there. And I'm rubbing the backs of my hands against each other. That kind of helps me to figure out where it's tight. Yeah? Okay. Yeah, and you can kind of play with how high or low your elbows are, you know, basically how much of a right angle you get there with your wrists. Now, let's do a little finger curl. All right? And we'll breathe in. We'll just curl the fingers up and let them go. And curl up and let them go. And we can breathe with that. Breathe in and let it out. And breathe in and let it out. Okay. All right, let's let that go. Shake that out a little bit. Ooh, I felt my shoulder pop there. Yeah. Okay, let's go to now palms together. Yeah. And see if you can get your fingers to touch. This might be hard for some people already, so just be gentle with yourself and do as much as you can. See how much you can bring your wrists down. Right? This might be a lot of pressure on the insides of your wrists there. Just be gentle. Now keep the fingers together for now, and we're just going to breathe right here and let the wrists stretch out. Okay, so breathing into those wrists and hands, and in, 2, 3, 4, release. Again, in, 2, 3, 4. Now, let's stretch our fingers out. Okay. For finger picking, for chording, it's really good to stretch those fingers. You know, you might not be able to stretch them as far as I can stretch them. I've been playing piano my whole life and whatnot, so I'm used to stretching. But if you're not, just do what you can. Okay, and we'll breathe right here. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, release. Use one hand to kind of stretch the other further. In, 2, 3, 4, release. Okay, you might need to shake that out a little bit. That's okay. All right. Okay, we're going to come back and we're going to work on finger isolation. Okay? Might be easiest to show you like if I do this. Okay? So with your fingers spread, now let's just pull the thumbs apart and put them back together. Thumbs apart, back together. Okay? It feels a little bit better for me if I do it this way. Thumbs apart, back together. Now the finger isolation is important, especially if you're finger picking, but chording as well. Can you build your brain to finger communication? Do you know right now which finger you're moving? Let's move the index fingers apart and then together. You can breathe into it and release. In. One more. Let's go to the middle finger. Yeah. In. I can show you this way. In. In. Okay, ring finger. Oh, see, that one doesn't have that much stretch, but that's something we just becoming aware of. Right? Let's see. Is that easier to see? Okay, and our pinkies. We stretch. Breathe. Breathe in. Release. And in. And release. Good. Okay. From here, now see if you can push the fingers against each other and allow the wrists to come apart a little bit. Right? We're doing this. And so we're just kind of getting a little more bend in those fingers. Just kind of a reverse stretch of how they normally are, right? They're normally curled forward. Okay? And then we push back. Now we're going to push the other way and get our fingertips to move against each other. You want the tips of the fingers, right? Those first knuckle joints to be pushing against each other. And just feeling the pressure that you can apply to those fingertips. When it comes to chording, even when it comes to finger picking, we need strength in those fingertips. That each of these knuckle joints actually have to build up strength and flexibility. Okay, let's bring our fingers back together, our wrists back together, and spread those fingers. You can move the hand forward a little bit, do a little rotation here and see how that feels. You know, don't go too far, just whatever feels like it's adding a little bit of stretch for you. And let's shake it out. Let's do a wrist rotation with open fingers. So stretch those fingers nice and open. And then we're just going to turn our hand using the thumb and fanning it out. Fan out. Start on the thumb side, fan out. Yeah. Keeping the fingers spread. Now use the pinky side and turn it back in. Right? Turn it back in. Turn it back in. Shake that out. Okay, final couple of exercises. We're going to put our fingers back together here. You're going to cross your thumbs, right? So cross, 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 cross. Right, back to that finger isolation with a little more mobility. Index fingers, cross, 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 cross. Middle finger, cross, cross, cross. Ring finger. And then pinky, cross, cross. Whoa! Oh! Hard for the hand to stay together there. Yeah. Okay, and then we'll just do a little clasp here. You can kind of shake it back and forth, and then just do a little final rotation, and you can kind of move it any way you want here, kind of explore. I hear my wrists making little cracking noises, and that is, I think, perfectly normal. I am not a medical expert. These are just things that I do as a musician to keep my hands warm and feeling flexible. Yeah. All right, and a final little shake out there. Okay, well, let me know how that felt for you. If there were any specific exercises that, really hit the spot, and if you'd be interested in more exercises of these kinds. This is something that's been helping me, so I hope it can help you as well. If you found this useful, then please come back and use it as a daily warm-up before you practice, or just in the morning if you're feeling a little bit stiff. You can use it to warm up and get ready for your day. So thank you so much for watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. And of course, hit that subscribe. I'm getting close to 500,000 subscribers. Would love to have your help in crossing that line. And if you're still watching, leave me a little comment. Let me know how you're doing, and I will write you back as best as I can. All right. Aloha, everyone. Take care.